Good morning, my name is Michael Montgomery. I'm the herd manager here at Mountain Flower Dairy in Boulder, Colorado. We are the only working dairy in the city of Boulder, and we're a nonprofit with a mission of connecting our community with the animals, the source of their food, and the land. This morning we're very excited to have the very talented Steph Schwartz to lead our first virtual goat yoga session.
Hi yogis, thank you so much for joining us at the dairy for our baby goat yoga or toddler goat yoga or kid goat yoga class. And this will be a slow flow. It's accessible for any and all levels, and I have the beautiful yoga models behind me. We've got Brad, Maddie, and Stephanie. We'll start in a seated position and take it, it's either cross-legged or kneeling if you're comfortable in the kneeling position. Place your hands in prayer at the heart center and start to deepen your breath. And as you can see, this is a playful practice. We're tapping into the essence of the goats, the baby goats, the tweener goats. And they're very playful, they're curious. They just have this inhibition about them. And so one thing about this practice that's very important is the laughter and the humor and to stay in the aspect of play. So I wasn't sure quite what noise the goats made, but I've been practicing the last few minutes, and we're gonna do a chant with our best baby goat noise. With inhale, reach the arms out to the sides, up and overhead. And when your hands come to prayer above the crown of the head, your best baby goat noise. 2 more times. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. And if a word comes to mind or heart around this practice that you'd like to use as your intention, intention is what infuses the energy into the practice, like an essential oil. Playful, curious, tapping into your inner child. Set your intention for your practice. And we'll stay in a seated position. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Adding a twist, bring your left hand to your right knee, bring your right fingertips behind you. Inhale, get long through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist off to the right side. Enjoying the view off to the right, the mountains. 2 more breaths. With inhales, bring your gaze forward, sweep the arms up and overhead. Adding in a side stretch to the left, your left hand to the ground. Sweep your right arm up and over. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Send energy down through your right sitting bone. Might have to do some partner yoga moves. And next, sweep your right fingertips forward and out to the right side and behind you. Place the hands behind you where the fingertips point forward, and this is a gentle seated heart opener. Lean back into the base of the palms and rise up through the chest. Yeah, allowing the back of the heart to lift up through the front of the heart. The gaze starts to shift up and back. Just a beautiful, simple heart opener. And with inhale, bring the shoulders back upright to switch your other ankle in front. And we'll do same, different side. Inhale, stretch the arms up and overhead. Twist to your left with your right hand on your left knee, left fingertips behind you for some length. On your inhale, reach to the crown of the head. Exhale, twist off to the left. 2 more breaths. Inhale the gaze forward, arms stretched to the sky. And for the side stretch, right hand down, left arm up and over. And once you root down through your left sitting bone, continue to open up the left ribs. Good. Now we'll do a stirring of the pot. Our pot is full of goat milk. Place your hands on your knees, draw the heart forward. Shift the ribs off to your left side and stretch back so you feel a nice stretch behind the heart. A big slow circles. Churning the dairy, the goat milk. We'll do 3 in total. And after these 3, Cross the other ankle in front so we can spin in the other direction. Right ankle in front, heart through, and inhale breath, and off to the right side. All right, after these three, roll over your feet. Make your way into a wide-kneed tabletop pose. And just like you did circles with your torso, churning the goat milk, we'll do the same thing with the hips. The hips spin to the right side. And just allow the elbows to be soft. The chin drops in towards the chest to release the neck. And if you're lucky, you might get some goat kisses. Once the three in this direction complete, reverse the circles, three in the other direction. So the main thing is to stretch the side bodies, to stretch the front and the back of the spine. Brad, you're quite popular over there. Yeah, nice job everyone. And come into a regular tabletop position where your knees are about hip bone distance apart. Step your right leg out to gate pose. Reach your right arm up to the sky with inhale breath. And just hold here to lengthen forward through the crown of the head. Elongate the sides off the waist. A nice full breath into your torso. And with exhale, release your right hand back to the ground. Sweep your left arm out to the side on inhale breath and take thread the needle. Your left arm slides underneath your right. The left side of your head relaxes to the ground. Release the thread of the left arm, the hands placed back into your tabletop. And from tabletop, kneeling gate pose. Bring the arms up and overhead. And with exhale, cactus bend the arms for the heart opener. Lift your chest up to the sky. Straighten the arms once again with inhale breath. Grab onto your left wrist and stretch towards your right extended leg. And again, enjoy the side stretch from the root of the left knee, the shin bone, the left shin bone. Send it down and towards the ground. And tug against the wrist without losing the left shoulder into the ear. And then back to center. For a grounded side plank, place your left hand on the ground just underneath the left shoulder and reach the right arm up to the sky. So this is a great place to stay, or lift your right leg off the ground. Practice your balance. Outer right hip active, inner right thigh engaged. And the last piece, sugar cane bow, a bend of your right knee, a grab of the right ankle, and then kick your foot back without kicking any baby goats. Hug down through the right thigh bone. Breathe length, breathe openness, breathe space. Retrace your steps to release. Right leg extended, right fingertips up. Right foot to the ground. Arms come up and overhead. Bring your hands to prayer at the heart. Both knees in the kneeling position, right knee in. Good. And tuck your toes under in your kneeling position. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Clasp the hands behind your back. For a gentle kneeling camel, squeeze your inner thighs together. Direct the fists of your hands towards the tail and towards your knees. Yeah, nice everyone. Inhale, gently look your gaze forward. Exhale to tabletop. And with your toes tucked under, inhale to goat pose. Draw your heart through. Exhale to cat back. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Chin to chest, belly to spine. Inhale, goat pose. Exhale, cat back. Inhale your best goat noise. Exhale to cat back. Y'all are awesome. Then come into a neutral tabletop position, and we'll go into the second sequence, second side of gate pose. Step your left foot out. Inhale, stretch your left arm up towards the sky. Keep the right elbow soft. Exhale, left hand down to the earth. Inhale, right arm out. This is setting up thread the needle. Slide your right arm underneath your left. Breathe into your side bodies. One more breath. Come back to tabletop torso. Your left leg stays in gate pose. And lift yourself up and overhead. Sweep the arms straight for the sky. Take your cactus bend. Lift up through the chest. Drop down through the tailbone. Inhale when the arms straighten. Grab onto your right wrist and stretch towards your left extended leg. Yeah, and you can use a pretty good pull of the hand against the wrist as long as you drop the right shoulder down. Then back to center to set up our grounded balancing sequence. Grounded side plank, right hand down just underneath the shoulder. Keep your navel area engaged. And if you did, lift your left leg off the ground. Left outer edge of the foot is about parallel with the sky, the ceiling. Into your sugarcane bow. And use your kick to make your bow taut. And think of your arrows as the side bodies and the heart, where you're just aiming off to the right side. Give it one more breath. Re-kick the length of the left leg off to the left side, the left fingertips up. And come back through your left foot to the ground gate pose. Bring hands to prayer at the heart. Kneeling position, left knee joins close to the right, toes tucked under. And like we did at the beginning of class, we'll tap into our inner goat, our playful, curious inner baby goat. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. And your best goat chant, meh. Send the fingertips forward, the palms face up, and sweep them out to the sides, just like we did prior. Clasp the hands behind your back. Squeeze the inner legs together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. Yeah, really nice heart openers, everyone. Couple more breaths. If it's harder to breathe in the back bend, which often it is, in the chest, upper chest area, breathe from the upper chest. Inhale, shift your gaze to forward. Back to our tabletop position for goat cat flow. Inhale, pull the heart through the belly. Exhale. All right, this third one, we're using our goat chant. Inhale, meh. A little harder to breathe. Exhale. Find your neutral tabletop position and make your way into downward facing dog. Good, curl your toes under. Yeah, the hands walk forward about 2 to 3 inches for the down dog to give some added length. And like these people, beautiful people, are doing nicely, the movements, pedal through the heels, shake the hips side to side, the fanning of the heels side to side, whatever feels nice to warm up your first downward dog of the day. And as you can see, they have their hands placed wide enough. It's about middle wrist lined to outer shoulder. Nice, Stephanie. The hands rooted, they press into the ground. Think of them as growing roots from the fingertips and the base of the index knuckle as well as the base of the thumb. And from there, press the hips back for the length in the spine. Looks beautiful, Maddie. Next, walk your feet forward to the top of your mat. And once there, feet about hip bone distance or even a little wider might feel good. In this first forward fold, take a moment to soften the knees. Ragdoll arms like Brad's doing, or dangly arms like Stephanie's doing. There's also neck release where the fingers lace to the base of the skull, like Maddie's doing. Yes, you read my mind. And the weight shifts just slightly forward towards the big toe base and the pinky toe base. And this allows for the inner thighs to spiral back. And the playful aspect, you tap into that. So if you need to move around or twist the torso around, shake your head out, the playfulness comes in when we give ourselves permission to be in our own bodies, to be in our own groove, our own flow. About 2 more breaths. All right, then dangly zombie arms. Keep your knees soft and your belly engaged and just very slowly round up through the spine. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. One time our baby goat chant, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, lengthen, upward salute. Again, the cactus arms for the heart opener. Drop the elbows, lift your chest. Inhale, arms straighten to grab onto your left wrist. Flow stretch to your right side, just like we did earlier in gate pose. Inhale, back to center. Grab right wrist and stretch left. And then back to center, inhale. Pray your hands, trace your thumbs down your main line with your fold. Bend your knees so you're able to keep the spine long and offer the heart forward. Yes, beautifully done. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. A step back to plank pose. Place your hands and walk your feet back. Shift the weight forward and plank, chin off chest. Looks great, everyone. Lower all the way down to the ground. Your strong plank lowers to the earth. For 3 rolling cobras, take your fingertips tented out to the sides. Root the tops of the feet and inhale, pull the heart forward and through. Nice, Brad. Exhale, lower down. This next one, look up and over your right shoulder. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. That's it, Maddie. Exhale to lower down. And same thing with the look over your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale to release. Inhale, push up onto tabletop or all fours on your way to down dog or plank pose and arrive in your downward facing dog. And from down dog, this time walk your hands to your feet at the back of your mat. For a slightly active, more active grip forward fold, hands to the calves, peace fingers to your toes or the hands under the feet. Root down, more specifically through your heels, the inner and outer heels. Yeah, and you see how Brad started with a fair bend to his knees, so he's able to root down through the feet, and from there the belly pulls in and the tailbone stretches to the sky. Yeah, beautiful with widening the upper back and releasing the neck, the hair nibbling. This time to transition out of the fold, bring your hands to your shins, your fingertips to your shins for halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Bring hands to prayer at the heart for figure 4. Shift the weight into your left foot and set your right ankle on your left thigh. Press out through the right base toes. We got some hoppers in here. And send your heart forward, hips back, or stay upright. That's another version. Keep the shoulders over the hips. I usually like hand to foot, hand to thigh, so I don't have to reach so far. It's a really nice outer hip stretch. From figure 4 into tree pose, grab to your right ankle and place your right foot to your inner thigh, or if the foot needs to be lower, if it feels better, lower on the shin or as a kickstand against the ankle. Avoid any pressure on the knee. First, arrive hands in prayer at the heart and equalize the way your left thigh bone presses into your right foot and your right foot presses into your left thigh. And once more, we'll channel our inner goat. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, up and overhead. Our goat chant. Then point your right knee forward on inhale breath. Place the right foot just next to your left. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit the hips back. The hands turn to face one another. It's like you're holding the full moon in between your hands. Navel in. Pray your hands to the heart. For the second side of figure 4, bring your left ankle onto your right thigh. Get nice and long and lifted, or keep all that length as you take it in towards your fold. Breathe into the tighter areas, which most likely is the outer hip area. And it helps to have the eyes with an eagle eye focus on a point in front of you, non-moving. And take as much time as you need to lift up into your tree pose, Vrikshasana. Good. And once again, when the hands come to prayer, that helps us find our midline stability to gather energy into our own core. And once more with the arm flow, inhale. And the goat chant. Point the left knee forward, inhale. Bring the left foot hip distance next to the right. All right, we're flowing. Inhale, stretch the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. A halfway lift, inhale, breath. Walk forward to plank pose, do a vinyasa flow, a cobra or up dog, or straight to down dog if you'd rather not, practice in the flow. Vinyasa means just to place mindfully, to pay attention, regardless of whether you're doing to plank to half plank. Once in your down dog, press your hands into the earth and encourage the chest, the front of your heart, to move towards the tops of your thighs while the thigh bones press back. Yes, great adjustment, everyone. Inhale, stretch your right leg up and back behind you, split kick. Exhale, bring right knee in towards your chest, shoulders over the wrists. Yeah, you got it, nice. Inhale, down dog, split kick without kicking the baby goats. And step through for low lunge. Good luck with that, Brad. Nice move. Inhale, warrior two position. Drop your back heel to the ground. And a great measure of distance of the feet from one to another is about wrists over ankles. Yes, nice. Carve underneath with your right sitting bone, where your middle right knee points in the same straight direction as your right second toe. Looks great, Maddie. And lean back into your left fingertips about 1/2 inch. From here, take eagle arms, left arm underneath the right. Yep, you got it. Left arm underneath the right. And once you get the bind of the arms in their squeeze, this moves into reverse warrior, just a simple tilt up and back through the crown of the head. Squeeze the bind of the arms and continue to drop depth into your front knee lunge. Breathe space all along the right side while you continue to activate your left quadricep. And inhale, it takes you back up right to center. On your way to extended side angle, right forearm to the right thigh, left arm up. And just for fun, we'll make some big circles with our left arm, sweep the fingertips forward and down. And just feel how nice it is to just stretch all along the left side. And because balancing is a little harder in the grass, we'll add a balancing pose just for fun. Left fingertips up to the sky, and you can stay in this warrior position, extended side angle, or half moon pose. Bring your right fingertips forward and slightly off to the right side. I usually like to use my left hand on the left hip to help open it up while I scoop underneath with the right seat. Left fingertips up to the sky. To release, it's an exhale that takes you into warrior two. Nice landings, everyone. Reverse warrior, inhale breath, regular reverse. And either through your vinyasa flow or straight back to down dog. In your down dog, close your eyes just for a few moments and massage the breath up and down the length of the spine. Allowing for the breath to help soften the face muscles, to relax the jaw. So again, we're able to tap into the playfulness which expands in the present moment awareness. Inhale your left leg up and back, down dog, split kick. Nice. Exhale, knee towards chest. Down dog, split kick, inhale, breath. Nice, y'all. Low lunge, exhale. Second warrior two. The left front foot is parallel. And your back right edge of the foot is about parallel with the short edge of your mat. And the lowering of the hips in so they just sigh into the pose and they give you some stability within how the legs stand in your warrior posture. And from there, you're able to add on eagle arms, this time right arm underneath the left. Take your eagle arms up and over, reach back with the crown of the head, drop into the front knee bend. Breathe all along your left side. Stay for an inhale breath. Breathe all along your left side. Stay for an inhale breath. Extended side angle, left forearm to your left. Push your arm into the shoulder and ear. Again, the big circles of the right arm up and down and around. And after your third arm circle, no hurry. Again, either hold your lunge position, your side angle position, or go into balancing half moon. Left hand forward and slightly off to the left side where you're able to lean into the left fingertips to pull underneath with your left sitting bone. Tap into your word that you started your class with and use your breath to infuse it into this pose. One more round of breath. Again, your exhale takes you back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse peaceful warrior. And either through your flow to down dog or straight back to downward facing dog. All right, we'll do some of those poses, the familiar poses in flow. Your right leg up and back, down dog split kick. Exhale, knee to nose. Nice, Stephanie. Inhale, down dog split. Kick the foot to the sky. Step through for low lunge. Warrior two position, inhale, breath. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. This time it's a low lunge. Hold in your low lunge, bring the right fingertips up to the sky, low lunge twist. Nice, Maddie. Exhale, release the right hand down where it came from. Drop your left knee to the ground, hands onto your right thigh bone. Inhale, back the hips away. Exhale, pelvis comes forward while the navel still draws back. Feel how this opens up in the front of the left leg. Two more times, inhale, the hips back away. Exhale, hips forward, lifted through the chest. One more time. And we're adding the hamstring stretch. Now frame your front foot, shift your hips back. Take a halfway lift, inhale, belly in, and when you fold in, wrap the left hip bone forward as you fold over the crease of your right hip. Check in with the face muscles, the jaw. Often with these larger muscle groups, we tense in those areas. So it helps to come back to your inner goat. Even your goat chant, meh. A halfway lift, inhale, breath, to low lunge. From low lunge, take a quarter turn over your left shoulder for wide straddle pose. A quarter turn over your left shoulder, wide straddle. You got it. Just like the other forward folds, 4/4 of the feet find their roots. Some weight tips forward in towards the big toe, pinky toe base. Any arm position. Yeah, that's great. You can see how Stephanie's doing ragdoll arms, which is a nice way to stretch the shoulders out. Inner thighs spiral back. Brad's doing the neck release with the clasp of the hands to the base of the skull. Couple more breaths. Hands or fingertips underneath your shoulders for halfway lift. Stretch the crown of the head forward. Nice, everyone. Over the right shoulder, low lunge towards the front of your mat. A high plank pose, step your right foot back and either move through your vinyasa flow or straight back to down dog. Nice, Maddie. Beautiful stuff, Stephanie. Inhale your left leg up and back, split kick. Exhale, left knee towards your chest. Down dog, split kick, inhale, breath. Low lunge, exhale. Warrior two, inhale, breath. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Adding lunge twist with your left fingertips. They touch to the sky on inhale, breath. Perfect. Back to low lunge with the place of the left hand and a drop of the right knee on the ground. Our low lunge warm up, hands onto your left thigh bone. Inhale, back the hips away, feel space in your lower left belly. Exhale, pelvis forward. Focus on long sides, lifted chest. 2 more times, just nice and slow. And as this third one comes to complete, the hands drop down to frame the front foot for the hamstring stretch. Back the hips away. Take your halfway lift once again, belly in. Fold to stretch the sternum forward and your tailbone back. One more full breath. You're doing down dog, down goat. Down goat. Halfway lift, inhale. Your low lunge, and this time it's a quarter turn over the right shoulder for wide straddle pose. Yeah, same arms or even a different arm position, just to play around with some different variations. Yeah, and you can either stay in your fold with the goats or bring your halfway lift into play, heart forward. Set up temple pose, hands to your thigh bones, turn your toes out and your heels in. Inhale, pull the heart forward and through, push the knees open behind you. And with exhale, dip your left shoulder for a twist and push the left hand against the thigh bone, push it back. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist, drop the right shoulder. Let's just do one more time each side. Inhale through the middle. Exhale to dip the shoulder. And back to middle. Exhale. Come back through center and inhale. Forward fold, parallel your feet as you fold into your wide straddle position. Your halfway lift, inhale, breath. Over your left shoulder to the front of your mat for low lunge. A high plank pose, inhale, breath. Again, either vinyasa through or take it straight back to your down dog. From your down dog, lift your heels up for tippy toe dog. And with exhale, stretch the heels back and down to get into the calves and the Achilles. Nice, everyone. Yeah, without locking the knees. Inhale, lift up tippy toe dog. Exhale, heels back and down. Thigh bones back as well. Inhale, lift up tippy toe dog. Tabletop, drop your knees to the ground. From tabletop, kick your right foot up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. And draw right knee in towards your chest. Feel the strength of the core like a band around the whole torso, the lower back. Inhale, right foot back up to the sky. Bring right knee high up towards your right shoulder. And right foot comes back to the sky. Hold. Bring your left arm out to the side like a wing. Stay here or grab onto your ankle or your foot behind. So now we're in the reverse sugarcane bow. Kick your foot into your hand to make your bow taut. And again, the arrows are your side bodies. Draw them through towards the front of your mat. And your right collarbone. And we'll use the core, the lower back core strength, to still hold the right foot up even as you replace the left hand down. Crisscross your right knee behind your left. The tops of the feet flip to the ground. I call this floating cow face pose. And just start to shift the hips back to a degree where you're able to enjoy the release in the low back, the outer hips, and even the neck with the drop of the chin in towards the chest. Start to make your way back forward to weight the hands. Reestablish tabletop position with the knees hip bone distance, toes tucked under. Inhale, goat pose, draw the heart through. Exhale, cat back, push the feet into the ground, release your neck. 2 more times, play with the feet, heart forward for your goat pose. And belly to spine for cat back. Last round. Your neutral spine once again. We'll use the left foot now in the flow. Inhale, bring your left foot to the sky. Lift from the strength of the left inner thigh. Exhale, knee towards chest. Inhale, kick the foot up. Low back core strong, left knee high towards your left shoulder. Work the right shoulder, right hip in towards the center line. Great. Inhale the foot back to the sky. Right hand out to the side, your wing arm, or the grab onto the foot or the ankle. Lengthen back through the left thigh bone. And again, the arrow of the left collarbone, slide the left arm bone back and pull the left collarbone through. Next, our crisscross position, but first hover the left leg. Use your core strength to hover it to replace the right hand down. Nicely done, everyone. Crisscross the left knee behind your right. Hips back to a degree. Heart still forward, even as you drop the chin in towards the chest. Come back through to your tabletop all fours. One round of goat cat. Tuck your toes, heart through, inhale. Exhale, tops of the feet, belly to spine, chin to chest. Come into neutral spine tabletop position. Drop down onto your forearms for Sphinx pose. In your Sphinx pose, once your pelvis comes to the ground, pull the heart through. And there's chin parallel to the ground or chin to chest for the neck release. Even some movements of the chin off to one shoulder and the other shoulder. However you'd like to release the neck. They like my shampoo. Next, bend your left knee and reach your left toes to the sky and just roll around through your ankle. I should have waited to get my hair cut. And switch over to the other side, bend your right knee, roll around through the right ankle. Did you get some? Then place the forehead to the ground, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, bend your left knee, flow cobra. I call this striking cobra. Now it's your turn, Brad. Exhale, lower everything down. Inhale, lift your chest, bend your right knee, striking cobra. And Maddie's turn. Exhale to lower down. Slide your right arm out to the side like half of a T, the palm face down. Roll onto your right side. The legs can either stack one on top of the other or bend your left knee for extended wing and place your left foot behind you. Relax the right side of the head onto the ground. And you might like a partial bind with the left arm behind your back. And just keep it simple to the other side. Roll through the soft part of the lower belly. Slide your left arm out to the side. Twist. Hey. And come back through to the belly. Push up onto all fours. Into an extended embryo where the knees are about hip distance and the arms stretch forward. A brief draw of the hips back, fingertips forward. Rise yourself up to sitting back onto your heels and open the arms into your cactus arms once again. Good. And with our cactus arms, now take the right arm underneath for eagle arms like you did earlier. And if this is hard to bind, the opposite hand to opposite shoulder for bear hug, or goat hug we'll call it. Drop the elbows in, those of you in eagle arms, to broaden the upper back. From there, start to lift the elbows off the chest and the fingertips to the sky. And either stay kneeling with your hips back onto your heels, or start to press down into the shins and the tops of the feet and rise up into camel with eagle arms. And it's always bending back into the heart opener to the degree where you're still able to maintain the fullest breath. Inner thighs squeeze together, navel in. Inhale, shift your gaze to look forward. Bring hands to prayer at the heart and drop your hips to your heels. With the eyes closed just for a moment or two, come back to your intention, and we'll also connect with our inner goat. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Our goat chant, exhale. And take the fingertips forward, palms face up, the arms out to the sides. Pause for an inhale and just point the thumbs behind you to lean back and open your chest. Into the second side of goat hug or eagle arms, left arm underneath the right. Good. Either stay with the squeeze of the arms or start to lift the hips off the heels by pressing the shins, tops of the feet or the balls of the feet if you have your toes tucked under, up and over. Inhale, take your look to forward. Exhale, hands to heart, prayer, hips to heels. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Yep, you guessed it, goat chant. Exhale. Inhale, lift your chest towards your thumbs and make your way to downward facing dog. Yeah, and if you feel like throwing in a flow, please do. Nice, Brad. Stretch your right leg up and back behind you, down dog split kick. Step it through for low lunge. Stay for your low lunge. Inhale to firm the right outer hip back. Exhale, drop your left knee to the ground. Place your hands on your right thigh bone. Inhale to back the hips away. Exhale, bring the pelvis forward, nice and lifted through the chest. Either stay with your hands on your thigh bone or sweep the arms forward and up, monkey lunge. Even consider the hands laced behind the head, basket grip, so you have butterfly wing arms out to the sides. Notice how when your head leans back into your hands, the back of the neck grows nice and long, and you're able to open the chest even further to the sky with a deepening into the front knee bend. Beautiful poses, everyone. Inhale, shift your look forward just by pressing the hands to nudge the look forward. Exhale, bring wing arms by your side. Stay here or bring your left knee off the ground. And you might need to bring the foot in a little closer. Main thing is to pull back through the right hip. Yeah, great adjustment, everyone. Flying lunge, stay grounded or lift your left leg off the mat and balance into airplane. Right hip back, heart forward, full breathing. 3, 2, chair pose, bend your right knee and place your left toe next to your right toe. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead, graceful transitions. Forward fold, exhale. Take a halfway lift, inhale, breath. A step back to plank pose or directly to your downward facing dog. Take some moments with your eyes closed in your down dog. Just focus on the sensations you're experiencing in your body, areas that can benefit from your breathing. Inhale, take your left leg up and back, split kick. Exhale, low lunge. Good. Inhale, in your lunge to firm your left hip back this side. Drop the right knee to the ground. Hands on your left thigh bone, inhale. Exhale, hips forward, lifted through the chest. Arms come forward and up and overhead, or the hands behind the head. Inhale, lean the head back into your hands. Feel the shoulders slide down towards the hips. Exhale into your heart opener. Full breath. Great quad stretch as well for the right leg. Good. And once again, your inhale, look forward with the help of the hands. Keep your navel engaged. Take your wings of the arms by your sides. Bring your right knee off the ground. And either stay in your flying lunge or take it into your balancing pose. Move nice and slow, your own pace. And even within the intensity of the up level, regain your awareness around your intention. Playfulness, curiosity. 2. Nice, Stephanie. And release to chair pose. Drop the right toe next to your left. Inhale, float the arms up and overhead. And now we'll take drinking bird. The arms come back by your sides. Lift your heels off the ground. Inhale, back to chair pose. Again, drinking bird. Last round. Inhale. Exhale. Hey there. And back to chair, drop of the heels. Inhale, fingertips up to the sky. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Your favorite way to down dog. Pigeon stretch. Bring your right leg up and back behind you for split kick. Right knee towards your right wrist for half pigeon. The right thigh bone is about a 45-degree angle. Tense your fingertips out to the sides. Lift your hips out enough so you're able to pull back through the right hip and rotate forward through the left hip bone. Nice and lifted through your chest, the puffed up pigeon chest. Either stay upright or folded pigeon, however you'd like to go. Folded pigeon, there's also thread the needle where your left arm threads underneath the right for the shoulder release. And while you're in your pigeon, whether you're upright or folded, just take some time for yourself with your eyes closed. And it's always important to feel appreciation for your efforts, for what you've put into the practice. And that's what also gives it meaning and purpose. Two more breaths. And those of you in folded pigeon, meet me in upright torso pigeon. For seated twist, shift the weight over into your right hip. Bring your left leg around. Left hand to the left hamstring can help the leg around. And step your left foot across the side of the mat where the right thigh bone is. Hook your right elbow towards the outer left thigh or knee area. And with inhale, get nice and long. Exhale, begin to open towards your left side. Inhale, lengthen. Spin from the navel and open towards your left. And one more breath. You got it. Take your look forward on inhale. Into the side stretch, your right hand down to the ground or right forearm to the ground. Bring your left arm up and over. The left butt might come off the ground a little bit. That's totally fine. Just direct the outer hip towards the ground. That'll help support the stretch. And come back upright and either through your vinyasa flow or straight back to down dog. Left knee towards left wrist. Out of the pose initially, the rotation forward of the right hip bone, the dragging back of the left knee will help level the hips. And as you fold, use your exhale to help you fold into the pose. And if you did thread the needle on the first side, your right arm slides underneath on this side. Notice how your exhale helps relax the body more heavy towards the ground. And how the inhale gives you lift in the back body and the back lobes of the lungs. 2 more breaths. Hey there. Seated twist. Lift your chest up if you're folded. Drop the weight into your left hip. Hop your right leg around to step the right foot across and over towards where the left thigh bone is. Hook your left tricep against your right thigh. Inhale, get long. Exhale, reclaim your hair as you twist open towards the right. 2 more breaths. All right, it's back to center. For your side stretch, bring your left hand down off to the left side, left forearm down off to the left side. Hey there. And bring your shoulders back upright. Lean back into your hands. Extend your legs forward and just slap the calves down on your mat. And we're doing a pose called Wild Thing. It's a fun posture to enter into from the ground up. Your right leg stays straight on the ground, just like it was in tree pose. Imagine it standing on the air in front of you. Bring the ball of your left foot about in line with your right inner knee. Next, roll all the way onto the outer edge of your right leg. Place your right hand behind you. And you can stay here on the ground, left hand to your heart, or left hand to the heart. Press into the earth. Right hand pushes into the ground. The right outer edge of the foot roots into the ground, and you're on the ball of the left foot. The hand helps the heart look up and either stays there or the fingertips just lightly feather towards the crown of the head point. And we come back down to release the hips to the earth. Cross your right ankle in front of your left. Grab onto your knees. And we'll go back to our goat cat stretch, but in our seated position. Inhale, pull the heart through for seated goat. Chin off the chest. Exhale, round into your cat back. Chin towards the chest. 2 more times. Nice with the breathing, everyone. More neutral and upright with your spine to set up the second side of Wild Thing. Your left foot, allow it to stand strong on the air in front of your mat. The right big toe ball is about in line with the left inner knee. Roll all the way onto the outer edge of the left foot. Place your left hand behind you, right hand to the heart. Lift up. Push the ground away with your left hand. Allow the heart to look up towards the sky. Gorgeous heart openers, everyone. Breathing. 3, 2, and as we land on the exhale, our goat chant. Left ankle crosses in front of the right, and it's back to our seated goat cat poses. Grab onto your knees. Pull the heart through with your inhale. Exhale. The next 2, close your eyes and just enjoy moving with your breath in your body. And when you come back upright, bring the feet in front of you, grab onto your hamstrings, lay all the way down onto your back. And once you're on your back, bring your knees into your chest. Squeeze the knees in, stretch your tailbone forward. Yeah, roll around on your low back, side to side, or circle around. Whatever feels good to release your low back after the heart openers that you did, the back bends. Next, take figure 4 with your right ankle on your left thigh and add and thread the needle by weaving the left hand through or around the outside edge of the outer left thigh. That looks great, everyone. And some options for the twist would be to unravel the figure four, knees together, simple twist, or stay in your figure four for what I call tipsy figure four, where the right foot drops over onto the ground to the left side of the mat. Take your arms into cactus arms so you have a heart opener in your twist. And then your legs come back up. Unravel, grab your knees into your chest, a brief squeeze. Are you hot? And then bring your left ankle onto your right thigh for your second round of figure four. And thread the needle. And eventually make your way into your twist where the left foot stands on the ground, or unravel the figure four if that's at all sensitive for your knee. Cactus arms for your heart opener. Meh. Bring your legs back up, give yourself a big hug of appreciation, wrap your arms around your shins, reconnect with your word so you're able to bring it with you from this place off the mat and into your world. And open up into final Shavasana. Take some space up where the arms come out wide to the sides or even overhead in a big V position. The heels release at least at the edges of the mat or even off the edges of the mat. Some little adjustments where the shoulders draw in against the spine for the heart to stay open. Feel the breath start to relax into your natural rhythmic breath. And as you notice the heart space and how hopefully you feel more open and more connected within the triad of the mind, body, spirit, a gratefulness for what animals bring to this world, how they make us feel, how they remind us to stay playful and curious and in the flow of each moment. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and your wrists and your ankles. Even take a full body stretch as the body begins to wake up. The breath will naturally deepen with the movements. Either make your way directly up to seated or roll onto your right side for a moment or two of pause. Rebring your hands to prayer at the heart. Gratitude for self, gratitude for the goats, gratitude for this time that we've had together in our community. Inhale, stretch the arms up and overhead. And once more we end with our goat chant. Meh. Thumbs touch to third eye center. Thank you so much for being here, and we look forward so much to meeting you on the mat again at the dairy. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, so much for your support, and I look forward to the next time that we can practice together at the dairy.